The Lavender's Survivor. The escape pod streaked across the crimson sky like a dying meteor spitting fury against its fate. Aya clutched at the control panel as the vessel shuddered violently around her. Her violet skin glowed faintly in the emergency lights, casting eerie shadows across her face. "Navigation systems failing," announced the artificial intelligence in its unnervingly calm voice. "Impact imminent." Aya closed her eyes as the pod slammed into the dusty surface of Helion 4. The impact threw her against her restraints, knocking the breath from her lungs. Metal screamed as the pod carved a burning trench across the barren landscape before finally coming to rest in a smoking heap. Silence followed, the terrible kind that only exists in the aftermath of disaster. "They left me," Aya whispered, her melodic voice cracking with disbelief. "They actually left me." The delegation vessel had abandoned her the moment the raiders appeared. "Priority personnel only," they had said, as they sealed the main ship's hatches. Her diplomatic rank apparently worth less than the captain's favorite service droid. With trembling fingers, she released her harness and assessed the damage. The pod's door had been wrenched half open in the crash, revealing the hostile landscape beyond. Red dust swirled in the air beneath twin suns that hung like baleful eyes in the sky. Aya pulled herself upright, wincing as pain shot through her side. A glance confirmed what she already felt. A deep laceration ran along her ribs, seeping violet blood that seemed almost black in the dim light. "Perfect," she muttered. "Absolutely perfect." The pod's emergency beacon flickered weakly, its signal barely strong enough to reach orbit, let alone the nearest outpost. And even if it did, who would come? The war between her people and humans had reduced most diplomatic channels to rubble. She gathered what supplies remained, a meager emergency kit with bandages, water purification tablets, and nutrient paste, hardly sufficient for survival on a mining planet notorious for its deadly temperature fluctuations and caustic dust storms. Night would fall soon, bringing with it the bone-deep cold that Helion 4 was infamous for. Aya limped from the wreckage, searching the horizon for any sign of shelter. The landscape offered little comfort, jagged rock formations and dust. Nothing but dust. "I refuse to die here," she said to no one in particular, her long ears twitching with determination. Not after everything. She had fought too hard, risen too far from her humble beginnings to perish on this forgotten rock. The peace proposal hidden in her personal data crystal was too important. Kilometers away, Dr. Chen adjusted his environmental suit's filters as he cataloged mineral samples at Research Outpost Helion 7. The lone xenobiologist had volunteered for this assignment precisely because it offered solitude away from Earth's overcrowded research centers. "Sample 47 shows promising antibacterial properties," he murmured into his recorder, "possibly effective against the Centauri plague strains." His scanner beeped suddenly, an alert he had never heard before. Chen frowned, tapping the device. "Unknown biological signature. Non-terrestrial life form detected." His heart raced. Could it be a new species? He adjusted the scanner's settings and tracked the signature to a ridge approximately 2 kilometers east. What he found there changed everything. A humanoid figure collapsed beside a smoking wreck, unmistakably Drovian based on the violet skin and distinctive ears. The same species Earth had been fighting for 3 years. Protocol was clear. Avoid contact, report immediately, call for military extraction. But something made Chen pause. The figure was clearly injured. A diplomat based on the remnants of formal attire, and completely alone. In that moment, Dr. Chen made a decision that would alter the course of 2 civilizations. He approached the unconscious alien woman and knelt beside her. "I've got you," he said, knowing she couldn't hear. "You're not dying today."
Sanctuary among stars. Dr. Chen worked quickly, securing the unconscious alien woman to his hover sled. A risky decision, but leaving her meant certain death. Her shallow breathing worried him. Each intake of air seemed a battle hard won. "Hold on," he whispered as he covered her with a thermal blanket. "Just hold on." The research outpost appeared on the horizon, a collection of prefabricated modules nestled against a cliff face for protection from Helion 4's notorious dust storms. Chen checked his wrist scanner nervously. No security alerts yet, but Commander Rena's inspection drone would make its rounds soon. Getting the alien inside without detection would require precise timing and no small amount of luck. Dr. Chen, returning from field expedition, requesting decontamination chamber access, he announced to the facility's AI. Access granted, Dr. Chen. Please proceed to Chamber 3. Perfect. Chamber 3 was the oldest unit, farthest from the command center, and with a conveniently glitchy surveillance feed that Rema had repeatedly failed to prioritize for repair. Chen guided his hover sled through the airlock, heart pounding as the alien woman stirred slightly. "Easy," he whispered, though he doubted she understood. "We're almost safe." The decontamination chamber hissed as it cycled through its program. Chen used those precious minutes to assess her wounds. The laceration along her side looked worst, but several burns and a possible concussion concerned him equally. Once inside his private lab, Chen sealed the door and disabled the rune's monitoring system, an offense that would cost him his position if discovered. He carefully transferred the alien to his examination table. Her eyes fluttered open suddenly, luminous and alert. They locked onto his with startling intensity. "Where?" she managed to say in heavily accented standard English. Chen stepped back, surprised. "You speak our language?" "Diplomat. Required training." "I'm Dr. Chen," he said, removing his helmet. "I found you at the crash site. You're in my research facility." Fear flashed across her features. "Human facility?" "Yes, but you're safe," he assured her. "I'm a xenobiologist. I want to help." She regarded him suspiciously. Why? A fair question. Why indeed risk everything for an enemy combatant? Protocol demanded he report her immediately. Yet something about leaving an injured being to die violated everything he believed as both scientist and human. "Because it was right," he answered simply. She studied him a moment longer, then nodded slightly. "Aya," she said, touching her chest. "My name, Aya." "Nice to meet you, Aya. Now let's treat those wounds." His medical scanner beeped as it analyzed her physiology, displaying results that fascinated the scientist in him. Her cellular structure differed from humans in remarkable ways, particularly her impressive regenerative capabilities. "Your people heal quickly," he observed, applying a synthetic skin graft to her laceration. "Not quickly enough," she replied, wincing. A sharp knock at the lab door froze them both. "Chen, open up," called a voice. "It's Alex," Chen whispered to Aya, security officer. Aya tensed, reaching for a scalpel on the nearby tray. Chen gently caught her wrist. "Wait, Aya might help." After ensuring Aya was hidden behind a partition, Chen opened the door slightly. "Kind of busy, Alex." The security officer pushed past him. "Save it. I saw the heat signature on the perimeter scan." His eyes widened when he spotted the purple skin visible behind the partition. "Holy stars! You've got a Drovian in here." "Keep your voice down," Chen hissed. "She's injured." "Do you have any idea what Rena will do if she finds out? She'll have us both court-martialed." "Then help me keep her hidden," Chen pleaded, "just until she's healed." Alex ran a hand through his dark hair, conflicted. "This goes against everything." "She's a diplomat, Alex," Chen explained. "She might be our chance for peace." Aya emerged from behind the partition, standing shakily. "I carry proposal for negotiation," she said.
My ship attacked by those wanting war to continue." Alex's expression softened slightly. "Both our species have lost too many already." A tense silence filled the room. "3 days," Alex finally said. "I can reroute the security scans for 3 days. After that, we need a plan." Relief washed over Chen. "Thank you." After Alex left, Chen helped Aya to the small cot in his office. She sat gingerly, testing her bandaged side. "Why help enemy?" she asked directly. "What you want in return?" He paused, considering. "I don't see you as the enemy, just someone who crashed on a hostile planet." Something shifted in her expression, a softening around her eyes. "Your kindness unexpected." "Rest," he told her. "We'll figure out next steps tomorrow." As Aya drifted to sleep, Chen studied the strange alien woman whose fate had become inexplicably intertwined with his own. Outside the research facility, twin suns set, casting long shadows across the barren landscape. And somewhere above them, both their respective worlds continued a war that suddenly seemed impossibly distant.
Hunters in orbit. The emergency klaxon jolted Chen from sleep, red warning lights pulsing through his lab. Aya was already alert, her luminous eyes wide with alarm. "What happening?" she asked, voice tense. Chen rushed to his terminal. "Proximity alert. A ship has entered orbit." His fingers flew across the keyboard, pulling up identification codes. "It's not military." Alex burst through the door, security uniform hastily fastened. "We've got trouble. Big trouble." "What kind?" Chen demanded. "Bounty hunter," Alex replied grimly. "Goes by Cooper. Mean reputation. Works for whoever pays highest. His ship just requested docking clearance, claiming engine troubles." Aya's expression darkened. "He hunts me. The extremists from my world want peace documents destroyed." "Commander Rena granted docking permission," Alex continued. "Standard protocol for distress calls. She's sending me to escort him from the landing pad." Chen's mind raced. "We need to move Aya somewhere safer." "The maintenance tunnels," Alex suggested. "They run beneath the entire facility, rarely used since we automated the systems." Chen nodded, gathering essential supplies and medical equipment. "How long until Cooper arrives?" 20 minutes, maybe less?" Alex checked his weapon. "I'll delay him as much as possible. Give you time." Aya stood, gripping the edge of the cot for support. "I must reach communication array. Send message to moderate faction." "That's on the other side of the facility," Chen protested. "Too dangerous." "Without peace proposal, more die," she countered, her gaze intense. "Both are species." Chen recognized the determination in her eyes, the same resolve that had kept her alive on this hostile world. "Fine," he conceded, "but we stick together." Alex provided them with security passes and a rough map of the maintenance tunnels. "Access hatches behind the storage unit. There's another exit near the communications center." The facility rumbled slightly as Cooper's ship initiated docking procedures. "Go now," Alex urged, heading for the door. "And Chen, be careful. This Cooper doesn't seem the understanding type." The maintenance tunnels were cramped, dimly lit conduits winding beneath the research outpost. The air hung heavy with dust and the sharp tang of industrial lubricants. Chen led the way, supporting Aya when necessary, her injuries still evident in her careful movements. "Your friend Alex risks much," she observed as they navigated a particularly narrow passage. "He lost family in the early conflicts, believes this war has gone on too long." They paused at a junction, checking the makeshift map. "This way," Chen whispered, pointing left. Above them, the facility's speakers crackled. "Attention all personnel. Visitor inspection in progress. Please remain at stations." "Commander Rena," Chen explained, "likely giving Cooper the official tour while he looks for you." Aya nodded, understanding. This Cooper, dangerous. From what Alex said, very. Known for always completing his contracts. They continued through the tunnels, their progress slow but steady. Aya's condition improving with each passing hour, her species' remarkable healing abilities evident.
A sudden mechanical failure forced them into an even smaller service duct, barely wide enough for one person. Chen went first, then helped Aya through. The confined space pressed them together, her violet skin brushing against his, their faces mere inches apart. "Sorry," Chen murmured, feeling strangely flustered. Aya didn't pull away, her eyes studying his face with curious intensity. "Your species blushes," she observed, blood rising to skin surface. "Fascinating." Chen swallowed. A rather inconvenient physiological response. "We have similar," she admitted, a deeper purple hue spreading across her cheeks, though less visible to human eyes. Something unspoken passed between them, a recognition that transcended their biological differences. Despite everything, logic, protocol, the war itself, Chen found himself drawn to her, her intelligence, her courage, her otherworldliness. "We should keep moving," he said reluctantly. They reached the communication center access point. Chen carefully opened the hatch, peering into the deserted room. Banks of equipment hummed quietly, monitoring transmissions across several star systems. "Clear," he whispered, helping Aya emerge from the tunnel. She moved quickly to the main console, her fingers dancing across unfamiliar controls with surprising confidence. "Need secure channel," she explained, "encrypted frequency." Chen kept watch by the door, nervous energy coursing through him. "How long will this take?" "Few minutes," she replied, focused on her task. "Must bypass security protocols." Footsteps echoed in the corridor outside. Chen tensed, pressing himself against the wall and signaling Aya to continue working. The steps paused, then continued past the room. He exhaled slowly. "Almost complete," Aya whispered, "sending coordinates for Peace Summit location." A loud crash from behind made them both jump. A ventilation grill had fallen from the ceiling. Chen's heart pounded as he listened for any response to the noise. Nothing. Aya finished her transmission. "Done. Peace delegation will send extraction team." Relief washed over Chen. "How soon?" "2 planetary rotations," she replied. "Need time to arrange safe passage." 2 days, Chen nodded. "We can manage that." As they prepared to return to the tunnels, the communication room door slid open. Alex backed in, breathing heavily, a thin line of blood tracing his cheek. "Run," he gasped. "Cooper knows she's here. Rena's ordered full facility lockdown." Behind Alex, a tall figure appeared, silhouetted in the doorway. A man with cybernetic implants visible along his jaw and cold, calculating eyes. "Well, well," Cooper drawled, voice like gravel. "Seems I've found my bounty and a couple of traitors, too." His augmented eye glowed as it scanned the room. "This is my lucky day."
Twilight Confession. "Down now," Alex shouted, firing his stun weapon at Cooper. The bounty hunter dodged with inhuman speed, his cybernetic reflexes giving him an edge. Chen grabbed Aya, pulling her toward an emergency exit as Alex provided cover. The narrow maintenance shaft led them deeper into the facility, alarms blaring throughout the complex. "This way," Chen gasped as they emerged into the lower mining caverns, abandoned years earlier. "There's an old atmospheric processor room we can hide in." The cavern's crystalline walls glowed with bioluminescent fungi, casting everything in ethereal blue light. They hurried through winding passages, finally reaching a sealed chamber. Chen quickly overrode the lock. Inside, ancient machinery hummed, providing oxygen to the otherwise uninhabitable depths. Aya collapsed against a wall, exhaustion evident on her features. "You should have left me," she said softly. "Safer for you." Chen shook his head, kneeling beside her. "Not an option." Hours passed as they waited, tension gradually giving way to quiet conversation. Chen shared stories of Earth, its oceans and forests, so different from this desolate world. Aya spoke of her home planet, its floating cities and perpetual auroras. "Why become diplomat?" Chen asked, "especially during war." Aya's expression softened. "My village destroyed in early conflict, lost family, chose to prevent same pain for others." She hesitated, then added, "You different from how they describe humans."
How so? More compassionate. Her hand tentatively reached for his. More brave. Their fingers intertwined, her skin cool against his, the gesture simple, yet profound, bridging worlds that had known only conflict. I never expected, Chen began, searching for words, to feel this connection with someone so different, yet so similar. Aya moved closer, her luminous eyes reflecting the cavern's blue glow. Difference is illusion, Chen. Two species, same universe, same hearts. Their lips met, hesitantly at first, then with growing certainty. A kiss that defied wars, politics, biology itself. When they finally separated, both seemed equally surprised by what had transpired. A distant explosion shattered the moment. "Cooper," Chen whispered, "he's found us."